loss lunch for week 7. And this is actually the end of week 6 for me. And y'all, I'm having pork for breakfast slash lunch. So I guess it's a brunch. So I had these boneless pork loin chops, and this is just one chop, and they are is an extremely thick cut. So I cut it in half, and y'all, it's fully cooked. I had already cooked it, and I am just putting them in my mini skillet so that they can warm up. And I believe I'm going to add some barbecue sauce, but they are delicious just like that. So I'm just warming them, and that's going to be my brunch, pushing protein. And this is the end of my week 6 on my Zepbound weight loss journey. Got some onions there and 3 color bell peppers. Just rewarming these, and this will be, I got to pull these out of the freezer and just warming them now for lunch brunch on a Friday. And this is what I'm doing for my Zepbound weight loss journey for the last time. And I have not eating, I did not eat a thing today. Let me just say that. So I'm rectifying that in quick order, and I am going to add a salad to this mix and just using bag salad for a quick get to the table luncheon. Thank you all for being here. This is KendyK all day. And this is the my mini skillet from Nostalgia. And this is one pork loin chop, thick cut pork loin chop, boneless chop, cut in half, cut right down the middle. Fully cooked, but was frozen. And so I'm now just warming it in my mini skillet with a salad. And I think I'll add some Dorothy Lynch salad dressing, if that's all right. Happy Friday, friends. Thank you all for being here. This is my quick brunch. Since I didn't have breakfast and I haven't yet had lunch, we're calling this a Friday brunch for weight loss. So I'm pushing protein and high fiber and low on the carbs. So the only carbs that I can spot right away would be from the salad dressing and from Sweet Baby's Ray's barbecue sauce. But not so bad. Chris, now welcome in, friend. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to the kind humans who are hitting that like button. This is just pork, and I have been pinching off of this because now I do feel hungry. So I'm going to be eating my protein first. It's always recommended when you are taking a GLP-1, and I am taking the GLP-1 Zepbound. This is the end of my week 6, and I'm going to make sure, I want to make sure I have something on my stomach so that I can take my next dosage, and that will be happening today after lunch. And sometimes I take my dosage without eating, and sometimes I've taken it on empty stomach. And to be honest with you, just in my limited time, remember, I'm just on week 6 of my Zepbound weight loss journey. It seemed to, I seemed to have more suppression when I took my dose after eating. So I don't know, but that's what I'm doing today because I just don't want any chance of being sick. And I feel like if I have something on my stomach, plus I added some new medications from my doctor. And long story short, I'm just going to make sure I have something on my stomach. And this is my first meal of the day. So thank y'all for being here. This is KendyK all day. So let's do that salad. Let's do a quick salad. Using just some bag salad. And I always buy this chopped salad from Sam's Club and from Costco because it's cheapest. But I tend not to eat much of it. And this one needs to be used. So no time like the present. You know those salads, they come with all of the little stuff in the kit for color and all that little stuff. I don't know, y'all. This might be too old. Do I want to eat this? Wasn't full of air, but now that I get down in here, it's all wet inside. So I'm gonna trash that one. I have another one. Should be fresh. This one is sweet kale. So my body typically does not process kale at all. It goes straight through me. And that wouldn't be a bad thing on GLP-1 weight loss journey. So I'm gonna go in with a very small salad. Thank y'all for being here. It's KendyK all day. I'm just warming my pork chop that I cut in half the long way. It was a very thick cut of pork chop. So it's essentially to me like two chops. And I'm just rewarming them using my mini skillet. So this back salad is the sweet kale with broccoli, cabbage, kale, Brussels sprouts. Lord, y'all know what I'm saying. So that should be plenty to ensure good digestion for KendyK all day. Salad. The only thing about opening these back salads is you kind of gotta use them or lose them. So I might be able to hold this by putting it in a mason jar. So I'll do that. But probably off camera because I'm trying to finish my birthday as well. And because I have no other options, I'm going to be using this salad kit that doesn't go with the kale salad, but I'm going to be using it with the kale salad. And so both of my chops, I had baked these pork chops and then froze them for my meal prep. So that is just water in the pan and some of the onions and bell peppers that I use when I bake these pork chops. And actually, this is just one pork chop cut in half the long way. That makes sense. I'm going to add just let me see what a serving size is. A serving size is 2 tablespoons. So we can do that. We can just use a tablespoon. So to me, this is like 2 tablespoons. It's a big spoon. So I'm going to fill that and mix it with this water that I put in my pan. And we're going to add that. And then it's going to give us a nice glaze, I think. Now, this is what I actually eat on my GLP-1 weight loss journey. And this is the end of week 6. This is the last day of week 6 for me. And I am taking Zepbound. I'm taking Zepbound. And then I'll just use this as like a dipping sauce, I guess. And get all those little drippings. And let me finish preparing my side salad, my kale side salad with kale, cabbage. That's going to be a great boost of fiber. I'm going to have an extra unexpected dose of fiber. Let's add a little cheese, courtesy of the cheese packet. Thank y'all for being here, and I appreciate the folks who were able to hit that like button. No, you're not always able to, but appreciate those who did so with intention. I could add this stuff, but I don't want it. I never add that stuff. I leave that for other folks to add as a topping. I don't want it because carbs. But I will add a little bit more cheese, if you please. So I do know that I'm now quite sure I have more food than I could ever eat on my Zepbound weight loss journey. So there's my side salad. This is KendyK's brunch, GLP-1 brunch. And that is Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I'm gonna just put it in there with the pan drippings from my baked pork chops. And thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for locking in. Y'all, if you have any suggestions or other things I can do, this is just the end of week 6. And after this, I'm going to take my injection and my Zepbound injection, 2.5 milligrams. I am just starting my weight loss journey using the GLP-1. Welcome in, Lala, America's High Vibe Coach. Thank you for the arm workout, Lala. I need it. Hi, Natasha. Welcome in. Natasha, thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for those gifts. I appreciate the flower and the floating heart. Thank you. Welcome, Krishna. Yeah, I just have one device in here. So if I missed you, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you, kind humans that you are. And KendyK is eating her first meal of the day. So we're calling this my GLP-1 weight loss brunch. Salad and baked pork chops. That's a little bit of barbecue sauce. Yeah, I'm not fancy here. These were in the freezer, part of my meal prep. And I cut one pork chop down the middle because these were extra thick cut from Sam's Club. I get my meat mostly at Sam's Club. Get better meat. And Costco. Get better meat. Says KendyK. So just like that, that is my lunch. Goodbye for now.